Om Shanti. Welcome to today's webinar. It's how to solve the puzzle of our life. So today we will be answering two questions mainly. One is how to solve the puzzle of our life, and another one is how do we fit in puzzle of life. So let's start with the first question. For knowing how to solve the puzzle of our life, let's start with some learnings from a puzzle piece. Let's just take one piece and let's see what are the attributes of the pieces or what are the values that piece has to go through. So one is the piece has to be of the accurate shape. Even if it's distorted from a single end or a single bit is distorted, it will not fit in. So it has to be the accurate shape. Similarly, we have to reach a perfect form. Every being has their own perfect form, and that's our original qualities. And we have to reach that perfect form, and that is the accurate shape. It's the mental state which we are in, the perfect state where we are not affected by the external. And the next attribute of the piece is the puzzle pieces. Once it gets that accurate shape and once it fits in, it has to retain that shape throughout. So if the puzzle fits in, but later on it changes its shape, then it loses its value in that puzzle. So we reach our perfect form many times, we experience that qualities many times, but we have to maintain that form. And then once that is done, it is ready. The puzzle piece is ready. It doesn't have to do anything. The puzzle will be automatically completed. The one who is making the puzzle will make sure to complete it. The piece doesn't have to do anything. So similarly, we have to just concentrate on being the best of ourselves and maintaining that form. And then we don't have to worry about anything else outside. Everything will get into its place. It's just that we have to do our part. Now let's see how do we fit in the puzzle of life. So in a puzzle, every piece is important. Say there's a beautiful puzzle and it's complete, but it is just missing one small little piece. We will not say it's complete, and there will be missing, even if it's a very small piece. So every living being is important. Every being is important in life, and which cannot be ignored. Every soul have their originality, and they are important in this puzzle of life. Also, if there's only a single piece, then also it doesn't have a value, no matter how large or beautiful that piece is. But it needs the other pieces for the puzzle to get complete. So, similarly, each and every being is important, and we need to fit in, adjust, and be flexible with everyone. And we cannot say that I am the only one who does anything. Like, we cannot take the credit on our own. And then there is also an important factor of having an unlimited vision. It says that the earlier the piece fits in, it's easier to finish the rest of the puzzle. Right? If every piece starts thinking why I should go first, the puzzle will never get completed. And as soon as the piece is placed, the other pieces are automatically placed with the reference. So, why me is not a question. We have to have that unlimited vision. We are told that no matter how anyone behaves, we have to be good to them. And then we raise questions why it's always me? Why I do have to be good? Why the other person is not being? So I am reaching my perfect form. I am reaching the soul's original qualities and I am getting fit in that puzzle of life. And I am maintaining that form. Looking at me, others will automatically get inspired and automatically realize that they have to go and fit in. So they also have to reach their perfect form. So having that unlimited vision that we all are one. If I want everyone to grow, I will grow and everyone will grow with me. Or if I have to teach something to someone and if they are better than me, it's excellent because we all are one. I should not be jealous or anything if the other person who I have taught is like going ahead of me. So having that unlimited vision of being one, that also helps a lot. Now let's see what happens when we are in a situation or a challenge in life. What do we see? We are not seeing anything. So when we are in the situation, we cannot see anything, but we have to come out of the situation to see the situation. Now let's see one more time. I am going into the situation and I cannot see anything. So what happens? Why we cannot see anything when we are in a situation? Because when there is some challenging situation, we are fogged, our mind is clouded with so many thoughts. There was a short survey taken. To save time, I'll just display the results. So it says that what happens when you're in a situation, and people have mentioned like overthinking, we get problem oriented, irritation, stress, frustration, can't think properly, victim feeling, anger, tension, blaming, all these things. Lot of things get fogged in my mind and I cannot think beyond that thing. Now, if you have observed, all these are negative qualities. And that's what happens first when a situation arises. Now, positive qualities are our innate nature and we do not need help in handling them. So, when a situation comes, we get bothered because we are thinking negative or it is something which we are not, which is clouding us. If the things were positive, we wouldn't even call it a situation or a challenge, right? Have you ever gone to a doctor saying that I'm feeling too happy? What do I do about it? Or have you ever gone to an astrologer or a psychiatrist saying that I'm too peaceful? How to handle it? We never do that because we are born to handle that because that is us. We do not need any prescription on how to handle too much love or how to be loved or how to love. We That's our innate nature. Giving is our innate nature. We feel good after doing that and we can handle that part. There is no peace management or happiness management courses, but there are stress management, anger management courses. This shows that something which we are not, we need training for that. So what happens when in situation if we are stuck to or if we hold on to our original quality, our original nature, we will actually not be fogged by something we are not and we can think. So let's do an activity. We will form two groups. The group one, everyone whose first name starts with A to O will be in group one, and group two, first name starts with P to Z or Z will be in group two. So please note your groups and please do follow my instructions. It'll take few seconds. Now I request everyone to close your eyes, please. I will let you know when to open them. Please close your eyes. Only group 1. First name starts with A to O. Only group 1, open your eyes. Everyone, please close your eyes again. Now only group 2. Please open your eyes. Only group 2. All right, everyone can open your eyes now. And can you please type in the chat what colors you saw? Okay, I'm getting multiple answers. Some are saying orange and some are saying blue. So who is right? Who do you think is right? Some are saying both. Why? Okay. So it is just shown that people are in two different rooms and they are facing different sides of the wall. One is seeing the orange color, one is seeing the blue color. Now say I am in the situation, means I am in that room which is facing orange side. I will think, oh, the wall is orange color. And the other person who's on the other side will say, no, it is blue color. But only when I step out, only when I'm seeing from here, I can see clearly what is happening. I can see like both are right because that is what they are seeing. So that's what happens in a situation. We are only able to see how much we can see. And that's why we start thinking we are right and we don't know what to do. Also, what happens in a situation is like because of these negative emotions which surround us or waste thoughts which surround us, we start feeling low. We start creating hurt, resentment, anger, hatred, jealousy, many things which are not us. So that's why they are going to create some uh, distortion in our being. It is tearing us apart, and it is, we call it like my heart broke, it's breaking of heart. So I'm putting bandages and I'm taking temporary support system, and then I'm going along and I'm calling, I've healed myself, time heals, and I'm just going to continue with my life. But are we actually healed? It's just a band-aid process. And then when we take temporary support, it can be friends or family, it can be some vacation we take, it can be roles, profession, like we get too engaged in work to overcome that situation, or we remove our whatever frustration or anything on social media, create another type of world. But we are still dependent. We have still not solved the problem from the root. So if any of this breaks, the temporary support breaks, we fall and then we are again hurt, and that this process repeats. So then how to deal with the situation? Before we do that, let's see why a situation comes, because we need to go to the root cause, right? If we say, oh, you get a situation, now deal with it, we will not accept it. We need to know why it has come. So when we break any law, we get a consequence, and that we can call as a challenge or a situation or anything. When we break law of a country, say you're driving and you drove on a red light, you will get a ticket, you will get a consequence. That is, sometimes we break law of time. Suppose a student is given 1 year to study, he has not studied, there's a final exam. So the 1 year he has wasted and he has to appear for exam tomorrow. So today there will be a consequence. He will have to study and he'll call it a situation. But actually time was given, and because we didn't use it properly, then we get a consequence. So anything we break, law, any law we break, we will get a consequence, we'll get a situation. So in order to keep us in balance, a situation comes. In order to remind us if we are doing anything wrong, a situation comes. Say, for example, we are having a sedentary lifestyle. If we are having lack of physical activity, if we are sitting on a computer for long hours, we get slight pain in back or hand if we are using too much of mouse, right? It it's a law, right? Nature. My body is my instrument. I need to make use it actively. But when I'm doing something against the nature for a very long time, it will give me return in the form of pain. It is just a sign. It is just telling me that, oh, you need to maintain balance. Go do some exercise, something like that. So it is nothing but it's a reminder for us. You have broken some law. Now just go and make, like, do the right thing and get a balance of it. So that's why we face situations. Now when I face situation, there are definitely some advantages. No matter how many situations you have faced before, that time maybe it might be very tough, but once you come out of the situation, you would, like, when you think about it, you would say, oh, I learned so many things, or if this wouldn't have come, this wouldn't have happened, and so many positive things come out, right? So we can think about that when any situation comes in our life. First is like accept it gracefully. When we accept the situation, that is when we become solution oriented. See, it has happened. We have to accept it either today or tomorrow or after 1 month or after 1 year. We have to accept it. But the time duration, the gap till we don't accept, that is where I am being problem oriented. I'm actually reducing my power. I will only keep asking myself why it happened with me, how it happened, I couldn't imagine. All these will not lead me to the solution. So the faster I accept it, the faster I will be solution oriented. So whenever you come across a situation, just make a list of things. What did you learn from the situation, or whatever advantages you can see, and that will only happen after you've accepted the situation completely. So I've just listed out few points what a situation can teach us. So it can be a gift. It is definitely a gift. Whenever anything comes, we have to, like, make sure we grab that opportunity and we take some gift out of it, because there can be never a time when a situation comes and we don't learn anything. It can be an experience, and that is also a gift. It can be a teacher, it can teach us many things, it will make us stronger, and it shows us the reality, sometimes about ourselves. Sometimes there will be a times where I don't even know I have this power, and I can use it when the situation comes. And there will be times where I have a ego about I have this quality, but when the situation comes, I can't use it. So it shows me the reality about myself and about other people also. We know in the situation who will help me, who will not. On the other hand, it can also make my relations stronger. Relations can be with other people, or relations can be with my own self. How much time I have spent with my own self. Only when someone criticizes me, I will go become introvert and think about it. That is when I'm spending time with myself. When someone's praising me, when someone's appreciating me, I'm all extroverted. And I don't go and think about it. I don't go and churn about it. But only when there's something like a criticism or anything we think is not so good which has happened, that is the time we go into silence. That is the time we get introverted. That is the time we connect with ourselves. We make the relation with self stronger, and we make the relationship with God stronger. That is the time we remember God the most and uninterruptedly. Otherwise, we are only with people and we forget. Sometimes, too much happiness, we forget things. So, appreciate that situation. Also, the situation, it settles my karmic accounts. Very important. It is coming due to some karmic account. And when it's coming and I accept it gracefully, I'm towards settling that account. And till the time I'm not accepting the situation, the gap, what we talked about, when we are problem oriented, if it's 1 year, I'm creating more karmic account. Say I broke a traffic light and I get a ticket. It is direct breaking of law and I getting the ticket. But say I don't accept, I don't pay that ticket on the deadline. And I ask why it happened to me, how come they charge me, how come like it that light captured my car license plate or anything. And I don't pay it. I miss first deadline, second deadline. What will happen? Penalty will increase, right? Similarly, karmic account works that way. If I'm not accepting the situation, means I'm rejecting it, and rejection is negative. I'm supplying negative energy to people involved in that situation, to everything around me, to myself first. I'm creating so much hurt. Again, I'm going against the law of nature. So that burden collects and I'm creating more karmic accounts. So for my benefit, I need to accept it very soon. Like not maybe at right at that moment. We can give ourselves some time, but within that time, I make sure I am calm and I am not creating more karmic accounts. So something good comes out of the situation. Now let's go further. Now let's talk about how to deal with the situation. Now it's there. Now how to deal with it. So definitely we are emotional beings. We need support and maximum support when we are in that challenging place, right? And we saw that all the temporary supports, they will not help me that much because they also don't know the reality. They also don't have the power. So I have to go to the powerhouse. I have to go to the source who will actually help me deal with the situation. I have to go to someone who provides me unconditional love, who's non judgmental. If I am going to a human being, they only have seen part of the story. Maybe they were in the situation, that's why they know some of the story. Maybe whatever I have told, they know some of that story. Maybe the other person has told, they know. They only know limited, and they will give their opinion, suggestion, or anything related to what their understanding is and related to their capacity. They don't even know my capacity. So it is a very dangerous thing to go to someone who is not in that situation to ask for opinions and to ask for decisions. But what if we get a medium where we can express ourselves totally, and someone who's non-judgmental about us, someone who accepts us as we are, who provides us unconditional love. So what happens when this kind of unconditional love and acceptance is provided to me? I open up. I start opening up to that being. I start feeling comfortable. And because of the power of love, because of so much love, I realize my mistakes. I am willing to change. So it is a win win situation. then I need someone who is trustworthy. Humans right now are low in energy, low in power. I am not able to keep my own thing. I am going and telling people how I expect them to keep anything, right? So we need someone trustworthy. Also, with humans, we cannot tell each and everything. So write love letters to the divine being, to the supreme being, to the almighty authority God. Write down when any situation comes, because you need to let it out. You need to speak. You can't keep inside you. Maybe if you have a meditation room, you can go and speak out there. Or if not, you can write down and later you can tear it. You can do anything. But it's important to take it out from you, but deliver it to someone who is like trustworthy. We don't want to give it to somebody else who cannot keep it well. We want to give it to someone who's trustworthy. And who can I trust more than God, right? So someone who's trustworthy, someone who's ever pure. The supreme being who we are talking to, Shiv Baba, we call him. Shiv is benefactor, and Baba with love we call him, means father. So this divine energy, this God Almighty Supreme Being or Shiv Baba we are calling on, we are talking to, is ocean of purity. He's ever pure. So when I'm in the situation, I am actually creating some thoughts which is not me. Sometimes I create hurt, anger, hatred, feeling of low, victim feeling, anything which is not me, which is not my original nature, and which is impurity. So, in order to come out of that impurity, I need to be washed with the ocean of purity. So, in meditation, what we are doing is we are connecting to this ocean of purity and we are purifying ourselves completely, and we are getting free from those emotions which is not us. Next is protection. So if for a day, if you are friends with some prime minister or president and you're living your life, how easy it will be, how protected you will be, how your things will get easily done, right? Because of the power and the protection. So similarly, we remain under the protection of the Almighty Authority. We remain under that kind of protection which protects us from every angle. And the main protection God has given us is the protection of knowledge. He has told you are a being, you're a point of light, and He has given the knowledge of everything. Using that, I can protect myself. And then the God is the only being who is outside the drama. So when we are going to human beings, they are in the drama. And that's why they have not seen all the episodes. They have not seen everything. And their decision will be biased based on whatever they have seen and they have experienced. But someone who is not in the drama, who is outside the drama, merging with that being, connecting with that being, we will have much more variety of options and much more answers to handle the same situation. So it's a very good idea to connect with this Almighty Authority, Shiv Baba, when we are in a situation. So one thing is connecting with that source. Now I feel the sense of family and I feel the sense of protection. I feel the sense of a parent child relationship or any relationship you can have, and merge with this being, combined with this being. I'm ready to face the situation. Now let's go a little bit different track. Do all of us or most of us enjoy sunsets and sunrises? Do you know why? Can you write short in one word? Why do we enjoy sunrise or sunsets? In the chat, you can write down. They are saying pretty, soothing, relaxing, motivating, peaceful. Great. Yes, it is. Why we feel those things? It reminds us of our own home. Our home, soul's home, is a land of peace. So when it's golden red light and it is peaceful and it gets closer to my original form, anything in nature does that. So one thing is combined with that supreme being, another thing, I have to be in a comfortable place. When I'm in a situation, I get little uncomfortable, so it is very important to find that comfort zone, to be in that comfortable place. And what is more comfortable than our own home, right? So soul world, or whatever you call nirvan dham, param dham, this is a land of peace. It is my permanent home, and I will be very comfortable here. So what I do when I'm in a situation, I get combined with the supreme being. I am with my family and I am in my home. And home, whenever we think of God, or whenever we think we are into any problem or trouble, we usually look up, right? Because we know God stays there. So it is my home. It is where my father, my parent, supreme soul stays, and I also stay there when I'm not acting on this world stage drama. So what I do is I watch the situation combined with my divine being in my home. From here, I watch the situation, I watch this drama from here. Now, let's see how to watch the situation. I watch it as a detached observer. What does that mean? So, when any situation comes, I am emotionally detached from that situation. We'll see more about it. I also watch it as a witness or a trustee. So let's say we are in a park and two children are fighting. We are watching them. At that time, we are a witness. We are watching two children fight. We are a witness. We check the state of mind, what we are thinking. Now, immediately, that one of the child comes and starts fighting with our child. What happens? Check the emotional thoughts. We get involved in the situation, right? So being a witness, so what spirituality teaches us is being a witness and yet responding. What it means is not getting emotionally entangled in the situation. I am the being, I am light, whatever my original nature is, holding on to that original qualities and then responding to the situation. So do you think the response will be same for both the cases when I'm in that consciousness? Whether I see other two children fighting or whether I see my own child fighting, it will be the same response because I am detached from the role I'm playing. Another example of being a trustee can be that in a bank, there are millions of dollars and bank manager is trustee of that money. Now, the bank manager also can sleep well at night because it's not his money, he's just trustee of that money. And the person who deposited that money also sleeps well at night, thinking that it's in a secure place. So both, the one who surrenders is like carefree, and the one who is the trustee is also carefree. So what we should do is we should surrender whatever I have, like whatever we have, our role, what we are playing, profession, bank balance, home, possessions, anything, children, everything. If I'm surrendering to God, saying it's yours, but I am a trustee and I can take care of them. So I will have an emotional stability while being in the situation, while handling everything, while fulfilling all my responsibilities, but still I will be in a very good state of mind. And that part, it will be like I'm enjoying the show. I'm like an audience, I'm watching the show and I'm enjoying that show. Now let's see, when do we become a victim to a situation or a person? Now we know that we have to be detached observer, we have to be trustee, we have to be a witness, and we have to see things like that. But how should we do that? And why we cannot do that? We cannot do that because of the feeling of me and mine. Because of a subtle ego and subtle attachment, thinking that, oh, this person did this to me, this person reacted this way to me, and they are my children, they are my relations, they are my these things, and how can they do that? So it is the feeling of attachment and ego which makes me victim to the situation. Otherwise, I can be very, very like a witness or a detached observer. Like when the two children were fighting in the park, I was quite comfortable and I was a witness. But as soon as the child started coming and fighting with my child, I got the feeling of mine, attachment, and that's where I got involved in the situation. Right? So we are not saying we are not going to react. We are saying we are not going to react, but we will respond in a way where we are connected to our original state, where we are beyond these feelings of me and mine. Okay. And then what happens is, how is our smriti will be our sthiti. That means when a situation happened, say it happened once, but then whenever we revise it in our mind, whenever we revise it, we get the thoughts, we enter the zone or the chain of thoughts what we had created when that situation actually happened, and then we feel low. So we say, whenever we remember the situation, we feel low. So smriti, like the memory, has a direct effect on sthiti, on my mental stage. So it is very necessary to put a full stop. Whatever has happened past is past. If you have the power to change it, wonderful, you can go and change it. But I don't think any of us can. So whatever has happened. We have to put full stop and then move on. And to move on, now that we know that directly whatever I think affects my mental state, so I am going to plan to think only elevated thoughts for myself. And elevated thoughts can be many, and every day morning we read the spiritual verses by God and we are showered with so many elevated thoughts. But we are just going to take three for today. We will just, because we talked about me and mine, so we will see what is actually me. Am I this role? No. I am only a point of being. I am a point of light. I am peace. I am love. I am purity, bliss, knowledge, wisdom, truth. That's what I am. I am not the role. That is what I am. Everything other than that is external. So that is the truth, the me. And then who is mine? Only the supreme being is mine at this point. Nobody else is mine. Everything else is temporary. So one point, I, the point of light. Second point, the supreme being the point of light. And the third point, we say the drama or the game or the play. When we are seeing the drama, the act of myself from top, it just seems like a tiny dot. It just seems like a point. So 3 points. Then all these temporary support system will go away and I will enjoy. It is not that I'm going away from relations, vacations, roles, or social media, anything. I will still have all of them, but I will enjoy. I will not be dependent on any of them. I then I will come into the interactions or relationships to experience and express my qualities. I will not be dependent for happiness, but I will be there to express myself, which is a happy being, express love, express peace. So we are towards the end and we'll take some points for churning. One, we talked about reaching the perfect form and maintaining it. That means the soul's original qualities and then maintaining it, having an unlimited vision, being a detached observer, witness, trustee. We talked about past is past and hence putting a full stop. And then we talked about 3 points. I, the point of light, soul, supreme being, who's a point of light, and drama is also a point. And then when we are in our innate qualities, life is no more a puzzle. Why do we say life is a puzzle? I don't have to do anything. It's quite straightforward. I just have to be in my original form and that's it, and maintain that form. And it's quite plain, quite simple. Now let us meditate for a few minutes. Sit relaxed. Relax your body. Concentrate on the center of your forehead. I, the being, tiny point of light, is sitting in the center of the forehead. I am sitting in this body, in this costume, on top of the globe. With my mind, I start the journey towards my home. Passing the galaxies, going upwards, I enter a golden red light. land of peace. It is my home. I am surrounded with comfort, joy, and I feel relaxed. I see in front of me the Supreme Being, my beloved. I am pulled with the rays of love towards my beloved. The comforter of hearts. He makes me sit on his heart throne, made with rays of unconditional love. I am swinging in joy and happiness. And experiencing my true state. Being combined with my companion. From here, I look down and watch the drama, the movie of my own life. All the things situations, problems seem so small. It just looks like a tiny dot. And I understand it is just an act, it is just a game, and I enjoy the show because now I know the reality. I know the truth of what God's love is. I cannot forget the purity, the love, the joy I experience swinging in the heart of my beloved God. Carrying this experience with me, how now I plan my journey to go back and play my role in the drama. Before responding to any situation, I can come here to my home, which is one thought away. Watch the situation from here to get a better picture, and then can go down and respond. Filled with God's love, power, and purity, I gradually come down to the top of the globe, to the seat of the soul. And promise to play my part, being in the original qualities of the soul, and yet play my part to the best of my ability. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. We have some special announcements. We have Sister Shivani coming and speaking with us on Zoom on March 6th, 2021, which is a Saturday at 6 p.m. So please do register. Registration is mandatory. You can register at svbrahmakumaris.org/BK Shivani. We have our online Raj Yoga course, which is starting from March 13th. I would highly recommend, if you have not taken the course, please do take. It will just take few hours of your whole life, but it will be a life transforming experience. It's in English 6 to 7 p.m. and Hindi 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Every evening from 7:30 to 8 p.m. we do have different kind of meditations which are like for beginners, no prior experience needed. The one which we have from 15th February is 14-day pledge for a pollution-free mind. Please do take benefit. We have our upcoming webinars, a unique journey to the divine source, an equation of extroversion and introversion. And every Saturday we do have webinars. So please check the website svbrahmakumaris.org/webinar. We do have living value classes for kids, and then we have parenting classes too. Parenting classes Sundays 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. and classes for kids Sunday 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Brahma Kumaris, if you haven't heard, it's a non-profit organization founded in 1937, and it is spread over many countries with over 8,000 centers. There are millions of members practicing worldwide, and the motto is world transformation through self-transformation. We have a local branch here in Silicon Valley, which is led by Sister Kusum. She has been surrendered to knowledge since her childhood, and she's been in the Bay Area for some time now. We have regular students who are attending classes, webinars, and it's a beautiful family. We are operating from 540 South Able Street, Milpitas. Now, due to COVID, we are online, but we'll let you know shortly if things change. There are a lot of online courses, webinars, events offered. It will be great if you can take benefit, and everything is free of cost. We do accept contributions. You can find the details in the chat.